could be a big year, man. If but they didn't find anything, but the Stanford project came the next decade, and they found subterranean chambers under Khafre's pyramid. There's one like 69 feet down, and another one 120 feet down. Huge chambers, bigger than the chambers inside the pyramids. And so, yeah, I mean, I guess we just have to wait and see what's going to happen. And I know that the Scanned Pyramids guys, the ones who found the void above the Grand Gallery in the Great Pyramid, I know they're interested in this now, and they're going to verify if this is true or not. And yeah, I'm interested in seeing how this goes. This could be a big year, man. If they actually drill into that void above the Grand Gallery, that's going to be a big deal.
What do you think's in that void?
I have no idea. You know,
it's pretty big, right? It's the size of 2 semi-trucks.
It's the same size or bigger than the Grand Gallery itself. And the Grand Gallery,
Whoa.
when you go in, it's a huge building. Or you know, you're inside a building inside of the pyramid, and it's as big or bigger than that. And you know, the most conservative explanation is that it's an open interior that served as a ramp where they were pulling the blocks up higher up to the top. Nobody really knows exactly how they were built. The angle of that Grand Gallery is really, really steep. I don't know that you could pull an 80-ton granite block up an angle that steep. It seems like everyone who's an expert in that, you know, who studies independently is like, no, you're never going to pull weight up. To be honest, I have no idea. You know, I was fascinated when I heard an Egyptologist when I was in Egypt in January, and I was asking him, what do you think that they're going to find in that void? And he was telling me, I think that that's where Khufu is buried. And I was like, oh, okay, really? So you actually think that he's still in the pyramid? And he was like, yeah, I think all the rest of it was a decoy. And I think that his son, who's able to continue his legacy, like permanently sealed him in that tomb. And I was like, well, that's fascinating. And I said, you know, there's other voids that they found too. What do you think of those? And so we're standing on this felucca at 1 a.m. on the Nile, and we're just, you know, shooting the shit. And he's like, I have something to show you. And he pulls out his phone. And he's like, I cannot send to you, but I will show you. For 1 second, he showed me a photo of the inside of a chamber that I hadn't seen before, and it hasn't been published yet. I'll let you know when it comes out. But it's burned into my mind. It's from the floor, shooting across the room. All you can see is 2 walls meeting each other and a roof. And I said that's in the Great Pyramid. He goes, and he was like, and he wouldn't share it. He wouldn't share it with me. I didn't want to press him too much,